This is a test electronics video demonstration of our 6x15 alligator style test fixture. Now you maybe have seen the normal 6x8 inch fixture. The difference between the 6x15 is it's much deeper, which gives you more space inside to hold the electronics that you want to test. That's the reason for using a 6x15 instead of the standard 6x8. Now the way an alligator fixture works is you just lift up this lever latch here in the back and it opens and you can put your board in. Now a unique thing about this fixture, it was designed for two boards. So it's designed for this board or this board, which are fairly different but fairly similar in that the test pins are approximately in the same position, and where they're not exactly in the same position we just added extra and wired them together for two. And sometimes that's doable and it's a big money saver. You can test two different types of boards in this fixture and you don't have to have two fixtures. So basically you put the board in here. Now all this tape, just ignore that. This came back from China and was updated, and they put this tape in here for some reason. There's a resistor here, and in this particular board right here, the resistor heats up and actuates this IR sensor, infrared sensor. And that's what this resistor is for, and they taped it in there. It's in a socket, it doesn't need the tape, but I'm just going to leave that for them. And we just did some updates to this fixture and we're going to send it back to them shortly. So the way this works is you then lower this lid and brings up the bed of nails plate from the bottom and probes the bottom. I'll show you that from the side. Now, the way this works is now the bed of nails plate is actuated. You raise this, the bed of nails plate drops. You raise this up, the press plate comes up, and then you push it all the way back and it locks it in place. And it's locked really good, like a gas cylinder, just as good as a gas cylinder. You can't make this thing fall no matter how much you jiggle this. And then to lower it, to test it, you just bring it back past the lock point, it'll drop, the press plate will come down, and then you press it down to bring up the bed of nails plate from the inside. Let me demonstrate that from the front so you can see that invisible bed of nails plate inside the fixture lifting up, which you can't really see unless I do this. So I'm going to put these two rubber bumpers here just to hold the press plate up, and I won't really actuate it all the way. Now, if you can see in there, you can see the circuit board, and you'll be able to see the pins raise up and press that circuit board up as I start to press this lever latch down. See them pins coming up there. That's the way this works. I'll take the board out and you can maybe get a better look at those pins. I'm not sure what this video is capturing until I look at it later, but hopefully you can see those pins coming up. And I'll bring it at different angles here. So one of these views is you're gonna be able to see it. Okay, so that's how that works. I'll remove those. Now, I'll show you the top plate here too, the top side. Now normally we'll have a slot in here for an opening so that you can access the top side of your board while you test and view it also. It's nice to have that open, but in this case these are a bit unique, these boards, in that they have these IR sensors and other photodetectors in here, and photodetectors down in here to measure LEDs, so you can't have ambient light in there. There's even a color detector right there. So the ambient light has to be blocked, so we've got this dark cover. And that's the purpose of that. And the way this works is that the board is just put in here. Now you can see we couldn't really test with this cover off because of the photodetectors, but you can now get a better idea of how it's probed from the top. There's only two test pins on the top of this, and we could normally have an opening right here in this plate so that you could view the board. If it didn't have all the photo stuff in there, the light stuff. But since it does, it has to have that cover. But now you can see how this works. The board's in there like that, basically. So let me put this top access cover back on. And it's real easy to take on and off. We like to build these fixtures so that they're easy to service. And there's basically just two screws. You just align it up and you put these two screws back in here. And then your cover is right back on. So you can take this cover off to get to the test pins, to change them, to clean them, to inspect them, see if any are bent or broke. You can do that from the bottom too, but in order to change the wiring, you would take this cover off. And your test pins are right here if you can see them. So that's how that is. Now what I'll do is I'll close this and show you the inside a little bit. So basically this one is designed, normally this top cover has nothing on it, but this has an antenna on it. And I just took the screws off, but I'll hold this in place just right now so you can see. The antenna is right here, and it's not in the back panel, it's in the top cover. We like to do this. It takes some of the stuff out of here so you have room to work. This is pretty well loaded with electronics in here. Different boards to control different things, and some USB hub and USB and your color sensor. All that stuff is in here, all wired to this connector in the back and to USB. So there's a bunch of stuff in here, and I'll show you how this comes apart too right here. Basically we want to make it so it's easy to come apart. So this switch is wired to a connector, USB wired here, and we just unplug everything. And this whole side panel can come right off, just like that. Now you have really great access to do rewiring, repair work, anything you need. And this is all just right here. So to put it back together, it just snaps back together. It's just one of the features I really like to show off, is how we design these fixtures for serviceability. So they're easy to work with, and it's really rare to see a fixture where the company made considerations to make it easy to work with. A lot of people like to put these together fast, get the job done. We like to design it so that it is easy to get to and repair, because a lot of the nice feature about a test fixture is the ability, which this came back for, is the ability to upgrade it and to make it stay working with changes that are made on your boards. Because boards are changed all the time, and if you have to buy a new test fixture each time a board is changed, it can get expensive. It's nice to be able to just have a fixture that you can take apart and put together easy, take apart, make a change, and put back together really easy, like this one. So that's one of our big design things we like to do, and I like to show you here. So, but the main thing I wanted to show you was the larger 6x15 alligator style fixture and the way these worked. Same as the 6x8, you lock it back, lower the press plate, raise the bed of nails pins. That's it. And this concludes the video demonstration of the Test Electronics 6x15 inch alligator style fixture. If you want to see more videos like this, there are more available on testelectronics.com. Thanks for watching.